Ready for the second match. This one pitting Zimbabwe against Apache. Zimbabwe have been regular attendees of the Safari Sevens, and this year they will look to see how far they can go. It's been many years actually since they were in the finals, as more and more teams have stepped up over the last 20 years. Zimbabwe, of course, qualifying, booking a ticket for the Men's Rugby World Cup 2027. And that makes good reading for them. Even the Sevens, as we see here, good display of stepping skills, sidestepping two defenders, and quick to get themselves onto the scoreboard. That is a very well worked out try by Edward Sigauke. This is very familiar name, the rugby pitch. Very familiar. Just look at that. Checks out his man, steps back in, punches through the gap, then finds the sweeper and takes Kyle Tyson to the cleaners there. Really nothing much that Kyle could do, facing Edward, who was already at pace with all the momentum. And Zimbabwe, with a successful conversion, hit the front here early. 7-0, that ball goes straight into touch for that restart, and they'll go back for a free kick in favor of Apache. Apache is a team that is full of a couple of players gathered from all over the globe, a lot of them from the United Kingdom, and a sprinkling of players, just actually one to support the local rugby. Amon Wamalwa, a name that is familiar in the 7th Circuit, dons his shirt for Kenya Harlequins, will be turning up for Apache. They have ball in hand, trying to get themselves into space, carrying it close. Lylan Gordon steps back in, going for a jackal that seems to be successful. Yes, he's rewarded. Quick tap and go there in that. Oh, wow. That's a wicked sidestep coming in from Carlos Matematema, and puts Ryan Musumi into space. Matematema dazzled the crowd last year when we had the Safari Sevens at Machakos, Kenyatta Stadium in Machakos. And he's just picking up from there, creating opportunities for his teammates to score. This one, Vuyani Dlomo. Vuyani Dlomo goes over for their second try. All that was courtesy of a quick tap and go from Carlos Matematema. And once they had a line break, the support play came filtering in through very quickly and gets them another try. Conversion sails far to the right, doesn't make it to the try line. You see there, that's 10 meters out now. Required just working around the fringes of that track and just barges over the second try. Good pressure by Zimbabwe. Good strike rate. Union, nice ball handling skills, airborne there, and looks like he will not survive. Just getting the foot into touch. Ewan Kingdon steps on the touchline there after a dazzling recovery of that kickoff. Just juggled it and succeeded to get it. Matematema passes it out wide to very dangerous backline here from Zimbabwe. goes into contact. Ryan Musumi offloads it. It comes back. Broken play here. Dangerous times for Apache. Gets past the first line of defense, offloads. Nice offload. Then just trying to use the full pitch. Zimbabwe just doing all the right things. Accelerating, increasing the tempo of the game when they're into space, but being patient with ball in hand when the defense is set. That attempted intercept is knocked on by Apache. Becomes a scrum down for Zimbabwe.
Yeah, it becomes a scrum to Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe have an opportunity stuck in the mid of the pitch to attack either on the open side or the blind side. Feeding the scrum is Carlos Matemate. Yeah, this name, Matemate. Yes, Carlos Matemate. Zing with ball in hand. Matemate steps back. Good step on him. Good pass on the outside there. Have Edward Sigauke lit up this stage. Plays in South Africa in the Varsity Cup.
Edward Sigauke, very familiar names if you watch international rugby. His second try in this match, courtesy of another display from Carlos Matematema. Carlos Matematema is a hot stepper, one of the best you'll see in these next 3 days of Safari Sevens, picking up from last year where he left many defenders on the turf. See that Edward Sigauke with all the confidence goes for his second try. And Zimbabwe this first half just taking Apache to the cleaners, 19-0 with seconds remaining in this match. Jan Remke, another of those who are turning out for Apache. Jan Remke, Amon Omalwa, Kenya Harlequins players in that roster for Apache. Huta sounds to finish this first half, ball in hand for Apache. One of the few times they have found themselves in Zimbabwe's half, going into contact with the 15-meter channel. Not rolling away in the tackle area. Penalized instantly by the referee. Dan Kioko steps back in. Fantastic step there to go score. Andrew. Kyle Tynson goes over to score for Apache. That was a wicked step. Really went back into the space there. Amon Wamalwa prepares to take the first conversions for Apache. That was Zimbabwe over chasing and opening a gap. Once he stepped back in, Kyle Tyson went all the way to score and get themselves back onto the scoreboard. 19-7. Apache will believe they can get themselves back in. Look at that. Steps one, steps two, and that gaping hole. We go into the halftime, 19-7 in favor of Zimbabwe. Led by players from the French region, the French territory, from France. Sprinkling local players. They closed strongly in that first half. Found themselves in Zimbabwe's half for the first time, and the strike rate was good. Kyle Tynson going all the way to score, get them back into this match. All of these 6 minutes to play for.
10 whites, 11.
Throw in ball there from Zimbabwe. Carlos Matema does well to put it up over the top ball. They attack with pace, steps back in, tries to shrug off the defender flow.
Because they are really a 15-a-side nation this year.
Receiving to go, then finally went, and once the defenders were onto him, he offloaded. Amon Wamalwa taking a break, goes on to the bench there. Missed out a couple of legs, about 3 of them. The local 7th circuit for the clubs found an opportunity to turn up for Apache, and having created that opportunity for Ewan Kingdom, he goes to take a break. Zimbabwe getting pushed back into their 22. One of the few times they found themselves having to work hard for their 22. Going for the Jackal, and he benefits, turns over possession, and then referee, after identifying that Zimbabwe did well to go for that Jackal, it was successful, comes back and rewards Apache for the initial infringement, which was holding on by Zimbabwe. Have numbers out here, 2v1, both sides inside and outside, but just drags himself over to score. Zach Chukwumeka goes over to score. Another try for Apache, coming in fast towards the end of the second half. Just wonder if they had applied themselves this way in the first half, where they gave Zimbabwe 19 points, what would have been, this would have been a much closer contest. 1.5 minutes or so remaining, still has the opportunity to be a very tight match, because Zimbabwe are fading off in this second half. As you see there, Matema trying to stop Zach, but he couldn't succeed that close.
Yeah, the KCB replay come there showing us how that try was scored. Many thanks for joining us. We'll be beaming to you live from wherever you're joining us, the comfort of your seat, wherever you have comfort to watch the games from. We will be bringing to you every bit of action over the next couple of days for the 2027, I beg your pardon, 2025, doubling up as the 27th edition of the Safari Sevens. Scanning through, looking for spaces, kicks the ball out wide, foot race ensues between Zim. The bounce is good, it falls straight into the bread basket of none other than the first try scorer, once again, Trevor Gure.
Yeah, Carlos Matema with another try-scoring chance that he has created, counting around 3 or 4 that he has done. Such a nice, lovely playmaker for Zimbabwe. We get into that conversion is successful, so we get into the last minutes. As you see, no sweeper, a lot of pace to burn there, lucky bounce of the ball, and Zimbabwe stretching their lead to 33. Really nice scoreboard for them there, good read for their first match. And we are kicking off for the final phase. The hooter has been sounded, the referee has called it as a last play. What do Apache do here? Try scorer retains possession, spins out of one tackle, bumps another one, offloads. Very fantastic pass there. Goes and cleans. Ewan Kingdom applying himself well, several faces. Zach trying to get that tap and go away from the scene of crime.
Yeah, needed to tap at the mark. The ball is not hitting the mark there. But anyway, the clock has really run down, so it's for them to score, try and test themselves, as we have Ashi English there on the wing. Ball goes backwards, but it's lost forward. That's a knock-on. There you have it.
Yeah, final score here, Zimbabwe turning out winners 33-17. Apache just pull themselves back into contention. That last try there by Zimbabwe adding the gloss to the scoreboard, 33-17 to Zimbabwe. We'll see both teams tomorrow in the second rounds of the